Welcome to day 2, how to prep for your board exams. Okay, so recap of day 1. So yesterday we have talked about several things in preparing to study for the board exam. So sabi natin dyan ay una sa lahat, we have to renew our mind. Diba? So, renewal of the mind. Ano ba yung mga I believe statements ninyo? So ano ba yung mga pinanghahawakan ninyo na promises sa buhay ninyo? And that is part of renewing your mind. Okay? So we also talked about knowing yourself. Anong klaseng learner ka ba? Anong mga preferences mo? So basically, these are like practical stuff. Yung pinag-usapan natin about knowing yourself. Ano ba yung, anong klaseng learner ka? So, nalaman natin kung ano ang mga iba't ibang klase ng learner. And I think for everyone, ang pinaka natatandaan na ng lahat ngayon ay ang kinesthetic learner or ang tactile learner care of Jason. So, di ba? Ngayon, na-equate nyo na ang kinesthetic learner at si Jason. At alam na alam ninyo kung ano ang profile ng isang kinesthetic learner. So, that was knowing yourself. So, ano yung preferences mo when it comes to study? Ano yung type of learning what type of a learner are you? So, that was the second point from yesterday. And also, we talked about ordering your steps. Ano yung magpa-fall under ordering your steps? Remember, I asked you to set your calendars, and I asked you to order your day, or schedule your day. So, Princess, feeling mo late si Jason. Okay. Baka napagod sa pagsayaw, kaya late ngayong araw. Anyways, peace, Jason. So, thirdly, yun nga, ordering your steps. So, setting your calendars and doing your schedule and preparing your day. Okay, so sinabi nga natin kahapon, you have to develop, like a routine in a day. And if you haven't seen yet, I have uploaded a calendar for you guys. I do hope that calendar will be, a big help to you guys. And kung nakita nyo na yung calendar, so it's PDF, you can print that. And so I put in there some stuff. Like, nilagay ko dun, well, of course, I have my verses at the bottom. Yun yung mga verses ko ng board exam and even in life. Those are the different verses that I hold on to. Diba? Yun yung mga I believe statements, so those are mine. And I'm believing for you guys. So, yun yung nasa bottom. And then on the right-hand side of that page, you will see ano yung goals? Ano yung goal ninyo for that month? Okay. And then, nandun din yung sino nag-comment ng na-traffic siya? Okay. Sabi ko na si Jason yun eh. Alright. So, hi Jason. Glad you can make it. Napawisan ka ba sa traffic? So, buti na lang nakarating ka. Nasaan ako? Oh yeah, so yung calendar. So with the calendar, nandun yung goal ninyo. Ano yung goal ninyo for the month? Pwede nyo rin isulat din yung achievement nyo for the month. Or achievement nyo thus far. The reason why I wrote those things down on that side, kasi I want you to see your goals and I want you to see your progress. Okay, so pag nakita nyo kasi yung goal ninyo for the month, may hinahabol kayo. Parang quota lang yan, di ba? Or parang clinical requirements lang yan. So, meron kayong tinitignan na goal. And then, yung achievement naman, the reason why I wrote it there, para naman ma-feel ninyo na meron kayong accomplishment. Parang yung ginawa natin sa DHT yan, di ba? Yung sa clinic, yung clinical requirements, completion nun. So, ganun din yun. Of course, you have to push yourself in studying, but also you have to take a look at what you have achieved para naman hindi ka masyadong down na wala kang nagagawa. But of course, it's another story kapag wala ka talagang na-achieve. But that's so sad. Ibig sabihin, you didn't do your part. And then at the bottom of it, I wrote down other significant events. So when I talk about significant events, that would that would pertain to, like, for example, there's a birthday in the family, meron excuse me. So, yun, may birthday sa family or may event na importante. Kaya yung qualifier ko doon, nakasulat, significant events. So, what are some significant events in your life happening that month? Na, kailangan mo pa rin maalala. Of course, it doesn't mean na nagbo-board exam ka, kinalimutan mo na ang lahat. No. So, you have to still be mindful, especially of family. Okay? And really close friends. So, that was day 1. Hindi pa pala, may last step. Caring for yourself. So, we talked about, we all have to start eating healthy, exercising, and getting enough rest. Okay? So, that is caring for ourselves. And that was a very short recap of day 1. Now, we move on. How do I prepare? Part 2. Okay? Ano ang preparation natin? Part 2. So it says here, how do I prepare? A deep dive. Okay. So what does deep diving mean? Deep dive, well, as what it says, it's going deep or going deeper into what it takes to prepare for a major exam or what it takes to prepare for board exam. Now, yung preparation kahapon na present ko sa inyo, may sound so easy. Ay, madali lang pala yun. Gagawa ka ng calendar, alamin mo kung anong klaseng learner ka. But then, there is more to it. There is more to it than that. And today, that's what we will be doing. We will be taking a deep dive into what it takes to really prepare yourself. You prepare your mind, you prepare your heart, and you prepare your entire being for this board exams. Okay? So, deep dive. For this deep dive, we will be talking about the same things, but this time on a deeper level. That's why it's called a deep dive. So first off is the renewal of the mind. Sabi ko sa inyo, if you have done your homework, then you'll see it. Okay. So, ito yung mga taong nakapag-submit ng homework nila by the time I was preparing for my slides for today. So, I believe. What are these I believe statements? I believe I can pass and top the boards. I'm believing that nothing is impossible. If I do my part, I believe that I can do it. I can get my license. I like the hashtag, grab that license. That's nice. Grab that license. And so marami pang mga ibang I believe statements. But mostly it's the same. Of course, everyone is believing that you're going to pass the dental licensure exam. Saan nagdi-differ yung mga tao na nag-post? Of course, a date. Some will be taking it in December 2020. The others are going to take it May 2021. But some others maybe, yung mga maaga na napasok sa group like 41s, you may be able to take it like December of next year. So whatever it is that you have placed out there, whatever it is that you have posted, these things you have posted for everyone to see. And what makes it so important? For me, when you put yourself out there and you declare to a lot of people, well, kahit konti lang tayo sa group. Basically, there's like 30 something of us in the group. When you say something in front of 30 something people, then you are presenting yourself to them. Meaning, you're going to be opening yourself. You're going to be making yourself vulnerable to everyone in the group. And I think that is a good way, no? Para magkaroon din ng accountability sa group. How so? Well, if you say that, I believe I can pass the boards, then any one of us can actually check on you if you're doing your part. And another reason why I wanted you guys to share your I believe statements. Hindi lang para, alam niyo yun, ilabas siya into the open. I also wanted to know your heart. I wanted to know what's in your mind. Ano ba talagang plano ninyo when it comes to taking this exam? So, for you guys who did your homework, and for you who will still do your homework, this is a reminder, okay? So, say what you mean what you say, and let your words and actions match. So, it is easy to say, I believe that I will pass the dental licensure exam. I believe that I will become a dentist. Diba? Those are things that are easy to say. Mabilis lang siya sabihin eh. Those are words. So, what I'm asking you now is to take it on another level. Yes, you have declared it in front of a lot of people. But what I'm challenging you guys is to really say what you mean and mean what you say. And if you say that you believe that you're going to top the boards, if you say that you believe that you're going to pass this licensure exam, then mean it. So what do you mean by mean it? Mean it by proving it with your words and your actions. So they should match. Yung words mo at yung actions mo, they should match. So when you say that you're believing that you're going to pass the boards, then your actions should match it. Hindi po pwede na sasabihin mo, oh, I believe papasa ako, I believe ganito, tapos wala, andun ka, tulog. O kaya, alam mo yun, you're somewhere, and you're not really doing your part. So, hindi po pwede yun. Remember, they say that the Word of God says, faith without works is dead. So, even if you have so many I believe statements, if you're not doing anything, if you don't do any actions, then it's just dead. Those are just words. And they're empty words, for that matter. Okay? So, just a reminder for you guys. So, say what you mean what you say, and let your words and actions match. All right? Here in this group, one of my desire is to help you guys match your actions and your words. Kaya nga nabuo tong group na to, diba? Para hindi lang sinabi sa hangin yung mga paniniwala ninyo. But there would be accountability, and there would be, checking up on you if you're really doing your part. Now, one of the power of the I believe statements is this. King Solomon once said, the tongue has the power of life and death. So, what does that mean? It just means that what we say, be it positive or negative, has power. So if you say positive things, it has the power to create life. If you say negative things, then it has the power to create death or negative things. So your I believe statements can actually make or break your destiny. Let me say that again. Your I believe statements can make or break your destiny. Okay? So, during my time, when I was about to take the board exams, I remember saying, believing, wishing, wanting to top the board exams. Isa yun sa desire ko. Isa yun sa desire ko, not just to pass the board exam, but also to top it. So, part of my I believe statements would be that, exactly what some of you guys are saying. I believe that I'm going to top the board exams. While my dream is high, and I know I can do it, but still, I don't know what's next. Alam mo yun, iba naman kasi yung confident ka, tapos control mo lahat ng bagay. Pero iba rin yung confident ka, but still, you don't know anything that's gonna happen in the future. So, armed with my I believe statement, kahit na meron ako nun, inevitable pa din na deep inside, I have other things. Yes, I have my I believe statements. I have stuff that I'm declaring boldly, and I'm holding on, I'm holding God accountable for his promises. But still, deep inside, I did have my fears. So, deep dive into the renewal of the mind. My question to you now is, what are the fears that hold you back? You see, fear can make you do this. Just like yung picture na yan, na nakita nyo sa screen. It's like you're bottled inside. You can't move, you can't do anything. And, in a few minutes or you can't last long. There's no air, nothing. So you're going to be choking because of that fear. So deeping dive into the renewal of the minds, I would like to talk about the fear, that can hold us back from achieving our goal, from achieving what we want, which is, for this case, is crushing the board exams, passing it, topping it. So, ano ba itong mga to? Let's talk about that. Okay. Now, some of the things that I know, I have experienced, that at some point held me back. Okay. Ano-ano itong mga to? So, fear. Nandyan yung fear of disappointment. Nandyan yung fear of failure. Nandyan yung fear of isolation. Isolation meaning, feeling mo ikaw lang ang nakakaintindi sa sarili mo. Like, nobody gets you. Nothing. Like, nobody. So, nandun yung fear na yun eh. Pwede din naman nandun yung depression. Well, lalo na ngayon. Alam mo yun, na parang, so, lockdown, may pandemic, you're supposed to be graduating, bakit ganito nangyari, so bakit na-postpone, bakit hindi matapos-tapos yung CPE, and all that. So, there's a really, really big tendency for depression to set in. Now, other fears that we may have in our hearts would be, well, I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I don't know enough. Feeling ko kulang lagi, kulang yung efforts ko, kulang yung time ko, kulang lahat. Lahat na lang, kulang. Wala nang tama, lahat kulang. And then there's also fear, masking in the form of envy and jealousy. So our tendency is, buti pa siya meron nun. Buti pa siya nandito sa ganitong lugar. Buti pa siya nakapag-aral. Buti pa siya may support. Buti pa siya naintindihan ng mga kapamilya niya. Buti pa siya. So, nandun yung envy, nandun yung jealousy. So, if you're gonna be honest with me, guys, how many of you feel, not all of them, some of them, or any of them, meron ba sa inyo na nakaka-feel nun? Can you type 1? Type 1 in the chat box kapag nafe-feel nyo meron kayong mga ganitong feeling. Any form of disappointment, failure, isolation, depression, I'm not enough. buti pa siya. Meron ba? Anyone of you with that feeling? Type 1, just 1, number 1 in the chat box kung meron. Para makita ko rin kung natutulog ba kayo o hindi. Or gising kayo. Although I know may lag time between streaming and, the Facebook Live. Okay. So far, wala akong nakikita. Amazing. So, wala ni isa sa inyo na nakakaramdam ng ganito? Well, ngayon pa lang pumapasok. Okay. All right. Okay. Jason, sinabi ko na sa'yo wala mambubuli, di ba? Trip na trip mo, no, na ibuli si Brian. Okay. So, now, I'm seeing comments. Now, let me tell you this, no? Having fears is normal. Having all these things, disappointment, failure, isolation, depression, I'm not enough, envy, jealousy, is normal at some point. At some point, it's normal. But, at a certain point also, if you really want to succeed, and if you really want to crush it, and pass and top the boards, then these things have to be trampled down. They have to be pulled down. They have to be taken out of your mind. You see, in taking the board exam, and even in life, generally speaking, hindi naman natin hawak yung outcome ng mga situation. No, we don't hold anything, nothing. Even what will happen a few minutes from now, we don't know. But what we do know is God is in control. So that's one. Now, when it comes to disappointment, sabi nga ng iba, you're not enough, may disappointment ka sa sarili mo, you have the fear of failing. Let me tell you guys this, no? Board exam is just one phase in your life. Just as dentistry is just a phase in your life. Whatever result this board exam will give, it doesn't make you as a person. Your identity is not rooted in whether you pass the board exams or fail the board exams or not take the board exams. Your identity should not be rooted in that. Diba? So, we've seen other people, or pwedeng na-experience nyo yan before. You failed. Isa sa mga subjects nyo, you failed. Does that mean you're a failure as a person? No. It just means you failed in that subject. So don't let that lie eat up your mind. Don't let it sink down into your heart. Because once it sits there, once you let that lie grow, then whatever you do in life, it's just gonna eat you up. Okay? So, in all these things, disappointment, failure, isolation, depression, I'm not enough, envy, jealousy, pwede nyo isipin, well, ma'am, kasi ikaw, hindi mo pa na-experience yan. Well, I did. I did experience, I have experienced failure, I have experienced disappointment, isolation, depression. With me here, being like far far away from friends, far away from, the people I'm close to. I have pretty much went through all of that. Disappointment, failure, isolation, depression. I'm not enough. Envy, jealousy. So these things, they apply not just, in taking the board exam, but also in life. So for those of you who have said, I'm not enough, or you feel like you're not enough, or you don't know enough, or feeling ninyo magiging madidisappoint ninyo yung family ninyo, or people who are close to you. Somebody once told me this: in life, you cannot please everybody. Again, I will repeat that. In life, you cannot please everybody. So, ang sabi niya sa akin, this is what you should do. Please God, and everybody who is worth pleasing will be pleased as well. I will say it again. The advice to me years ago was this: in life, you cannot please everybody. So please God, and everybody worth pleasing will be pleased as well. Noong time na narinig ko yun, I don't know, it just set me free. Kasi noong time na yun, I was trying so hard to please everybody because a lot of people have a lot of expectations from me. Board exam time, a lot of people have so much expectations of me. Well, nandun na yung I believe ko yun. Alam mo yun? I wanted to pass the board exams. I wanted to top the board exams. But that's just me. But if you have other people who keep telling you, pag nakita mo sila sa hallway, pag nakita mo sila sa, kasaan? Sa corridor, sa labas ng faculty room, kung saan mang lupalop ng school, makita nila ako. Tapos, alam nila na magbo-board exams ako. Tapos sasabihin nila, oy, galingan mo dapat mag-top ka. It's not easy. That wasn't easy. So, what I learned that time, please God, and everybody worth pleasing would be pleased as well. One funny story, noong time na yun, ang DHT advisor, si Dean Luciano. So, siya yung nanay ng DHT. So, sabi ko sa kanya noon, ma'am, si sir ganito, ganyan. Nakasalubong ko. Tapos, yun, sinabi niya sa akin na yun, dapat nga mag-top ka sa boards, blah, 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 blah. Tapos, nagsumbong lang ako. Lambing lang. So, sinabi ko sa kanya, tapos yun nga, may ibang faculty rin na ganun yung sinasabi sa akin. Alam mo kung anong sabi ni Dee? Sabi niya sa akin, balikan ko daw yung mga faculty na yun. Tapos sabihin ko sa kanila, bakit sir, kayo ba nung time ninyo nag-top ba kayo ng boards? Okay, bakit ma'am? Nung time nyo ba nag-top kayo ng boards? So kung hindi, please do not pressure me to top the boards. Siyempre hindi ko kayang gawin yun, di ba? I mean, I couldn't do that. Kung ngayon nga, nag-graduate na ako, I teach, kasama ko sila sa faculty room, hindi ko magawang matawag sila by their first name. I feel like it's disrespectful. Wala, hindi ko kayang tawagin sila by their names. So, yung pa kaya, nasabihin ko sa kanila na, bakit nung time nyo ba, nag-top kayo? So, yun. Well, that's a little something. Para sa mga, kung meron man sa inyo na pinipressure ng kahit na sino, whether faculty, parents ninyo, or whoever, just know that they mean well. Of course, they mean well. They mean the best for you. But sometimes, yung well-meaning kasi, sobra yung pressure. So, take that pressure off of you. Okay? A wise person also once told me, yeah, sure, it's good, to top the boards. But topping the boards is just icing on the cake. When you pass it, it's celebration enough. When you top it, well, Nagkataon lang. Mas maganda yung cake mo. Okay? So, be free from any pressure. Be free from any, from any of these things that's holding you back. Alisin nyo yun sa isip nyo. So, the next thing is, with these fears that we have, I guess itong, ang pinaka-marelate natin dito sa fear natin ay ito. So you crush your fear with your I believe statements. That's the best way to crush that disappointment, to crush that fear of failure, to crush that I am not good enough, I don't know enough, to crush that envy, to crush that depression, would be using your I believe statements. Okay? So I am encouraging each and every one of you, seryosohin nyo yung I believe statements nyo. Again, life and death is in the power of the tongue. So seryosohin nyo yung I believe statements nyo. Your I believe statements can crush your fear. It can crush your depression. It can crush your disappointment. It can crush any negative thing that you'll ever come across. Okay? As you're reviewing, as you are studying. So next off. Next is, so that was deep diving into the renewal of the mind. Okay? So let's renew our minds. Yes, you have your I believe statements, but you have deep fears, inner fears that you may not be acknowledging, but they're there. So once they resurface, dahil for sure, magre-resurface yan while you're reviewing for the board exams. Once they resurface, just pound them with your I believe statements. Okay? So next, deep diving into knowing yourself. So, yesterday yun nga, pinag-usapan natin, di ba? Ano yung knowing yourself? Sabi natin, superficial lang. Anong klaseng learner ka? Ano yung mga preference mo? So, but this time, I want to talk about knowing yourself in terms of knowing your goals. Ano ba talaga yung goal mo? So, kanina ko pa sinasabi, well, at least, we have two basic goals sa mga tao nandito for board exams, di ba? One is to pass the board exams. And the other is to top the board exams. So what's your goal? Okay, what's your goal? Is it topping? Just top. Is it passing pala? Is it passing lang? Or you're contented with passing? Or is it passing and topping it? What's your goal? Why do you have to know your goal? You have to know your goal because this is one of the things that you have to deal with. So you can see there non-negotiables versus, well, sacrificable. Or sabi ni Merriam-Webster, sacrificable. So your non-negotiables versus whatever things that you can sacrifice. So ano ba itong mga non-negotiable things? Within yourself. That's why this is knowing yourself. So this is the question to ask. What are the non-negotiable things in my life? Ano ibig sabihin ng non-negotiable? It means what are the must-dos? Talagang kailangan gagawin mo siya. Because that's part of who you are. What are the things that you cannot do away with? Parang pagtututbrush. Di ba non-negotiable yun? Supposedly. Well, gusto nyo maging dentista, di ba? We take care of oral health. So, non-negotiables. What are the non-negotiable stuff in your life? What are the must-dos? What are the things that you cannot do away with? What are your core beliefs? Yun ang mga non-negotiable. Non-negotiable meaning, kaya dumating man ang board exam time, or whether you are preparing for the boards, whether you are going through difficulties in life, itong mga non-negotiable mo, stays. Itong mga non-negotiable mo, kailangan part pa rin ng life mo. Whether you're happy, whether you're sad, whether you're going through tough times. Those are your non-negotiables. Now, what are the things that you can sacrifice? So these things are the stuff that you may or may not do. Ano yun? Things that can be passed up. Pwede naman ipagpaliban. Pwede naman sa susunod na lang. Pwede namang hindi ngayon. Pwede mo namang gawin after na lang ng board exam. Pwede ka namang maglaro after na lang ng board exams. Pwede naman magpakasawa ka sa Netflix. After ng board exams. Pwede naman magpakasawa ka sa ka-TikTok after board exams. So what are the things that you can sacrifice now so that you can spend more time in studying? So another characteristic of things that can be sacrificed is life can go on without it. Mamamatay ka ba kung hindi ka manonood ng TV? Mamamatay ka ba kung hindi ka mag-a-attend ng wedding ng kaibigan mo? Wala ka namang role. Ano ka lang, bisita. Matutuloy ba yung wedding? Oo naman. So, ba't kailangan nandun ka? Stuff like that. Because sometimes you have to weigh. I'm not saying you shun all functions. Alam mo yun, magpakaburo ka na lang. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is you have to choose. You have to choose wisely. You have to know. So, I'm giving you examples, my personal examples, as to what are the non-negotiable stuff in my life and what are the stuff that I had to sacrifice when I was taking my board exams. So, personal example, this is me, okay? I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying this is me. My non-negotiables when I was taking the board exams were then, and kahit ngayon, would be this. Daily quiet time, that's my devotion. I cannot do away with it. It is part of who I am. It is part of my beliefs. And church day. So, ang Sunday ko, when I was reviewing for boards, Sunday is a rest day for me. No studying on a Sunday. I mean, I've been studying all day for the past 6 days, so I need my rest. And I need, for my mind to just relax. So, church is rest for me. And then, aside from that, of course, noong time na nag-aaral ako for board exam, I have discipleship on Mondays. And that's like in the evening. So after school, on a Monday night, I would still go. So from UE, I would travel to Makati to attend my discipleship class. And then I would go home late. And, that happened even until the day I left before coming here. Nangyayari yung discipleship Mondays na yun. So, and then practice on Saturdays. I had practices nung time ng board exam. So I took the boards December 2008. In our church, pag December, merong like December celebration. And sa church namin, I'm part of like the dance team, yung dance ministry. And our practice then, nung time na yun, was Saturdays. So, I would still go to practices. Because, well, my belief, as I said, sabi ko sa inyo, core belief. So my belief was, like me serving in ministry, that's part of my service to the Lord. And that's a non-negotiable for me. So, practices, I was there. Saturdays yun. And then I spend the rest of my days reviewing. Yung Monday to Friday. Yung mga time na walang mababangga dyan sa mga yan, I work around my schedule para mag-fit lahat ng non-negotiables sa buhay ko. Now, what are the things that I had to sacrifice when I was reviewing for the board exams? Going out with friends all the time after church. Well, it's like a habit. Like after church service, you would go out with your friends and eat. Yep, that was us. But I had to sacrifice those things. I mean, pwede pa naman ako lumabas kasama nila after ng board exams. Hindi naman masisira yung friendship namin pag hindi ako sumama sa kanila na gusto pa nilang kumain, and ako, I have to go home because I have to rest. So, that, I can sacrifice. Of course, not all, I mean, hindi naman, if I need company, and if I need to relax and unwind, of course, I would go. But if it needs to be sacrificed, then I would let it go. Another is attending events. There were events during that time that I was supposed to take, when I was taking the board exams, na importante. It was important for me. One of my close friends was getting married noong December na yun. And he was getting married in Cagayan de Oro. So me and my stubbornness and in my, my will, sabi ko sa sarili ko, oh, I will attend that wedding. And that was between Theo and Practical. Sabi ko, oh, well, meron namang time in between them. I can still make it to that wedding. So I was so confident that I will go. And no sinabi ko sa mami ko, pinagalitan ako. And yun yung sinabi niya, na why? Why do you have to go? Ba't hindi ba matutuloy yung wedding kung hindi ka pupunta? Which is totoo nga naman, hindi naman ako ikakasal. Matutuloy yun, whether I was there or not. So, sa inyo, in your case, same thing. Think about all the events that you have to attend. Can it go on without you? Do you really play an important role or a vital role na kapag nawala ka doon, guguho na lang yung buong event? So, weigh stuff. And then, one of the things that you have to sacrifice is, spending hours on social media. Lalo na kung wala naman kayong ginagawa kundi mag-browse lang sa newsfeed or manood lang ng stories. But noong time namin, there was Facebook. It was starting. And, but there were other things aside from Facebook. Wala na sila ngayon. So, Facebook na lang natitira. But still, spending hours on social media, lalo na ngayon, in your time, like now, sobrang daming meron sa social media. Facebook is just one of them. IG, Twitter, Snapchat. Baka nasa Viber pa kayo, sa WhatsApp, TikTok, whatever. So, cut down on your social media. Cut down on your social media time. Okay? So, that is the deep dive on knowing yourself. Know what are your core beliefs. And know and determine what are your non-negotiables and what are the things that you can live without. So that you can align and streamline your schedule. You can align and streamline your whole being to your goal. Okay? So that is knowing yourself. So next off is deep dive on ordering your steps. Now I'm going to go into a more practical ones. A more practical stuff when it comes to studying. Order your steps. So I mentioned yesterday that when you order your steps, you create your calendar, you create your schedule for the day. So that's how you order yourself. Now, with this, taking a deeper dive into ordering your steps, then it's time for you to study. So what can you do and what should you do when studying? Ano ba yung mga tips and tricks on studying? So first off, read, understand, and repeat. Keep on reading and trying to understand even before you memorize. Okay, so these are more practical ones now when you're studying because you have to start studying this week, this coming week. Okay, so you read, you understand, and you keep on repeating it before you even memorize. Very wise teacher. Hindi niya na siya inabot. But during my time, isa siya sa mga pillars, isa siya sa mga kinakatakutan ng maraming tao sa College of Dentistry. Pag sinabi mo pala yung pangalan niya, ano ka na? Ano to? Manginginig ka na. May nagsabi dito, Friendster. Ngayon ko lang nabasa. Yes, Jason. Friendster. Noong mga panahon namin, may Friendster. May Yahoo Messenger. May, shucks, I forgot. There's one more. Friendster, Yahoo Messenger, and one more. Kalaban ng Yahoo Messenger, I think it was Windows Messenger. Yeah. So anyways, so do away with those things, no? Wala naman na sila ngayon. But yung mga other things na, na marami yun sa social media, so just cut them. Anyways, going back. Read, understand before memorizing. So as I was saying, meron akong faculty noon, meron akong teacher noon. Isa siya sa mga, well, quote-unquote, terror teachers. And basta marinig mo pa lang siya or makita mo pa lang siya na naglalakad, medyo kabahan ka na. So, ang sabi niya sa amin, hindi ko makakalimutan ko. I was in first year, second semester. 12 ako noon. Sabi niya, did you guys study? Siyempre may quiz, di ba? Tinanong niya kami, did you guys study? Who among you studied? Hindi, siyempre, I don't know, sasabihin mo, nag-aral ka, di ba? Para hindi magalit yung teacher. So, di, nagtaasan kami lahat ng kamay. Buong section namin. Ilan lang naman kami. 20 people maybe or less. So, nagtaasan kami ng kamay, nag-aral kami. Sabi niya, are you sure you studied? Hindi para kami, yes ma'am. Pakitang gilas, yes ma'am. Tapos sabi niya, alam niyo ba kung ano ibig sabihin ng studying? What studying means? It means, when you study, it means that you have read it, you have read your text, and as you're reading it, if there is just one word that you don't understand, that word, you should have looked it up in your dictionary, what it means, and then you go back to your text and then read it again. So you read your text, you read every single word of it. When you don't understand something, you go get your dictionary and look up the meaning. Yun ang ibig niya sabihin ng studying. You read, you understand. Sabi niya, if you miss one word, at hinulaan mo lang kung ano yung meaning ng buong sentence dahil, inference, feeling mo matalino ka, you can, infer things, then, sabi niya, you didn't really study. It is when you understand every single word that's written on that sentence, and you can understand it, and say it to yourself in your own words, then that means you have studied. So once you have read, once you have understood, then you memorize. So I'm encouraging each one of you, like when you review, this is what you do. You read, you understand. You read, and if you don't understand a word, look it up. Kaya di ba sabi ko sa inyo kahapon, you have everything you need close to you. Make sure you have a dictionary close to you. Well, I did when I was studying. Well, kahit ngayon naman, nasa phone, may dictionary. So, read, understand, and repeat the cycle even before you attempt at memorizing. And then be creative. It says there, underline, highlight, draw, compose a song, create your own mnemonics. Whatever it takes for you to understand, whatever it takes for you to know, to retain information, do it. Sinabi ko rin sa inyo kahapon, underline na nyo, i-highlight nyo, I don't care. It's your book. As long as it's yours, you can do whatever you want. If it helps you take in information, then go ahead. Meron namang tao makaka-appreciate ng work of art ninyo. Kayo. Because you understood. Okay, so what to do when you're studying. Another is share your knowledge. Bring value to others, especially when you're able. During my time, like my experience is, if I collaborate with other people, if I tell them, or if I chat with them, or if I share with them what I know, and we exchange information, mas nagre-retain sa akin yung information na yun. And at the same, so hindi lang nag-retain sa akin yung information, at the same time, natulungan ko rin yung kaibigan ko. So, there's an added value in her life, in his life, because I shared what I know, and they shared what they know with me. So, share your knowledge, bring value to others, especially when you're able. Now, in this group, sinabi ko naman sa inyo kahapon, this is not a one-man show. This is not my show. I'm not even a star of this. So, if you have knowledge of any sort, somebody asks a question, merong nag-post na meron siyang tanong, hindi niya naintindihan, if you happen to know the answer, please, I ask you, add value to the group by providing answers. Tamang answers. Okay? Share your knowledge. What to do when studying? Stay away from distractions. Dapat common sense siya, di ba? You stay away from distractions. So whatever things that would distract you, social media, TV, radio, kung may nakikinig pa ng radio, so stay away from them. Kung distraction sa buhay mo ay yung boyfriend mo o yung girlfriend mo, just let them know. Of course, let them know. Say, hey, I'm taking the board exams. If you would please support me by doing this, lessening your text messages or lessening your calls, shortening your calls, by all means. Diba? That would be so helpful. Siyempre, diba, sabihin niyo yun sa sarili niyong paraan. Baka pag in-English nyo ng ganun yung boyfriend nyo o girlfriend nyo, magtaka na yun kung saan nyo napulot yung script ninyo. Okay? So, stay away from distractions. Even your family can be a distraction. Mind you, even your own family can be a distraction. So, kausapin ng maayos, si mami, si daddy, si ate, si kuya, si bunso, just let them know. You don't have to be rude about it. You just let them know that, hey, I'm going to be taking the board exams. I need your support. Same line. I need your support. Can you please help me by doing this? Diba? Lahat na dadaan sa maayos ng pakikiusap. So, do that. Stay away from distractions. And don't forget to take short breaks. In your schedule, diba? I don't know if you remember, but yesterday I said I have a schedule in the morning, and then I have a half an hour break, and then another schedule before lunchtime. So 2 study times and a snack time before lunch. And then after lunch, I have a study period, break, study period, dinner, study period. So don't forget to take short breaks. Yung break na yun, it would relieve your mind. Stand up, walk around, but make sure you go back to the same thing that you're doing. You go back to it, because otherwise, baka pag tumayo ka na at kung saan ka napunta, hindi mo nabalikan kung anong ginagawa mo. Okay. And take notes of what you don't know. This may be controversial to you, but this is me telling you my tip when you're studying and reviewing. I know there are tendencies. Like when you're reading a review book or when you're reading your textbook and then you're making your notes. My suggestion is, and what I have done in the past and even now, I just take notes of what I don't know. Hindi ko na sinusulat yung mga bagay na alam ko na. Kasi anong point na isulat mo yung mga bagay na alam mo na siya. So, really, when you're writing down stuff that you already know, you are actually wasting your time. So, kung gusto niyo mapabilis yung pagbabasa ninyo, mapabilis yung pag-aral ninyo ng text, take notes of what you don't know. Kailangan niyo pa ba ilista na merong 32 na ipin ang isang tao? Kailangan niyo pa ba ilista na sa isang bata, 20 ang primary teeth? Bakit niyo pa ililista yun? Diba? You know them already. So why write them down? Don't waste your time. Focus on the things that you don't know. When I was reviewing, I have So, meron akong notebook, well, pad, cheapo ako. So, I have bond papers. Alam niyo yung mga reports? Di ba, ang dami nun? Mga handouts. I cut them in half. Wala pala akong notebook. Yan pala yung papel ko nun. I cut reports in half. So, yung backside na malinis ng bond paper, I use them as my, I repurpose them as my notes. Well, hanggang ngayon, ganun pa rin ginagawa ko. So, sinusulat ko dun. Ano yung mga nabasa ko na hindi ko alam. So, I would write them down. Kasi hindi ko sila alam eh. So, when I write them down, I retain the information more in my head. And when I review and reread what I wrote down, then papasok na naman siya ulit sa isip ko. So, yun ang ginagawa ko habang nag-aaral. Yung first, remember I said yesterday, yung first 3 months, you can do your textbook, you can do your review book. So, yun yung ginagawa ko. I write down what I don't know. And then, in the next 3 months, na nagko-questionnaires na at nagre-reviewer, I take those things that I don't know, I read them again, and then, yung mga bagay na hindi ko pa rin talaga maintindihan or hindi siya tumatatak sa isip ko, I rewrite them on another paper. Para pag malapit na yung board exam, yung paper na lang na yun ang hawak ko. At yun na lang yung inaaral ko. So, kumbaga, sinala ko na lahat ng information. What I know, I do not write. What I think I don't know, I write them down. I review them. So, as I review them, nababawasan yung list na yun. So, yung natitira na lang na list or items na hindi ko talaga magets, I write them down on another paper. And that paper will stay with me hanggang malapit na yung board exams. And I also do that with questionnaires, with multiple choice questions. Yung mga alam ko na hindi ko na binabasa. Alam ko na eh. So I can move on to more important things. Okay, so do that. As you study this week, do that. Take notes of stuff that you don't know. I know that feeling na, ma'am, hindi ko kasi alam ko anong alam ko. That's true. You feel you don't know enough. You feel na maraming kulang or marami ka pang hindi naintindihan. But then, the reality is, you don't really know what you know unless someone asks you. Let me say that again. You don't really know what you know unless someone asks you. So, my encouragement to you guys, when you study, don't be so overwhelmed with what you're reading. Feeling mo bago lahat. Pero, magugulat ka na lang if somebody would ask you, you have a ready answer. And then sasabihin mo, huh? Alam ko pala yun. Of course you know. One of the things that I can tell you guys is in UE, College of Dentistry, siguro yung mga ibang subjects, feeling mo nakalusot ka lang or feeling mo napagbigyan ka. But the standards of UE dentistry is high. I'm not saying the others are not. I just know what we have in school. So for me, my thinking is the standards of the university is high. So if the standard is high, then for sure, during your undergrad years, you've learned a lot. So, alam mo yun, don't fear. Marami kang alam. Hindi mo palang alam na alam mo sila. Kasi hindi ka pa na-challenge, hindi ka pa, alam mo yun, hindi ka pa na-expose sa mga questions that, that you can answer. Okay? So, that's deep diving into ordering your steps. So, when you order your steps, when you create your schedule, this is what you do when you're studying. Okay? So now we're down to the last, caring for yourself. A deep dive on caring for yourself. So what does caring for yourself, what does it mean? Like deep diving into it. So caring for yourself means loving yourself. And this is what I am asking you guys to do. Love yourself. I didn't say baby yourself. I said love yourself. Love yourself enough to give yourself grace when you don't understand things at once. Be patient with yourself. Reviewing for the board exams can be very overwhelming. Yun na nga eh, pag nagbabasa ka, feeling mo, sobrang daming hindi mo alam. Feeling mo, sobrang dami mong kailangang aralin. Bakit hindi mo maintindihan? Bakit nakalimutan mo siya? You know, so many things. But instead of thinking about those things, give yourself grace. Give yourself enough patience to be patient with yourself. And then give yourself grace when you don't understand things at once. I mean, I'm not saying you use that as an excuse, but don't be too hard on yourself. Give yourself grace when you don't understand things. When you read it once, when you read it twice, when you already read it 3 times, it's okay. It's okay. Don't allow yourself to be overwhelmed. Love yourself. Be gracious. If you're gracious to other people, be gracious to yourself as well. So give yourself grace when you don't understand things at once. Be patient. Now, another part of loving yourself and caring for yourself is, be humble enough to ask for help when you need it. Now is not the time for you to be so prideful to anybody. Sa mga kaibigan mo, sa mga kaklase mo, now is not the time to pretend that you know everything, that you don't need help. No. Now is the perfect time for you to humble yourself and ask for help, especially when you need it. I mean, everybody who will be taking the boards is in this together. So, hindi ito yung time para, alam mo yun, mag-pretend ka na alam mo lahat. So, I'll just wing it. I'll take care of it myself. No. If you love yourself, you would be humble enough to ask for help when you need it. Hindi nakakabawas ng pagkatao ang paghingi ng tulong. Ulitin ko, hindi nakakabawas ng pagkatao ang paghingi ng tulong. Hindi nakakabawas ng kagwapuhan mo o kaya ng kagandahan mo ang paghingi ng tulong. Okay? So, another way of loving yourself is know when you're wrong and admit to your faults. So, admit when you're wrong. That's part of loving yourself. Admit when you're wrong. I'm pretty sure during this journey that you're going to be going through as you study for the board exams, there would be personality clashes. Clashes with your friends, clashes with your family. But when you're wrong, admit it. When you need help, admit it. Okay? Admit when you're wrong. Another way of loving yourself and caring for yourself is when you invest in yourself. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Investing in yourself. Give yourself time. Give yourself the time, the energy, the money, the focus, the concentration that you need to succeed. Give yourself time. Okay? Give yourself time. Invest in yourself. If you think that reviewing in this review center where you have to spend money is a must, then invest in yourself. Why should you invest in yourself? Because you are the best investment that you can ever have in this world. Ikaw. Invest in yourself. So if you think that this book, this review book, will help you succeed, then buy it. Or if you think na itong review book na to makakatulong sa'yo, merong available na copies, then go look for it. Invest your time and energy in doing those things, obtaining things that will help you succeed. Hindi mo naman siya binibigay sa ibang tao eh. This is for you. Okay? So, love yourself by investing in yourself. You are a good soil to invest in. And then, when all else fails, know that there is a God who cares and loves you deeply. I cannot add anything else to that. When all else fails, you've done your part, you're exhausted, you're tired. Just know that there is a God who cares and loves you deeply. Kahit na grumpy ka, kahit na, tigas ng ulo mo, kahit na hindi ka nakikinig, there is a God who cares and loves you deeply. Okay? So, with this, with this, I will end. Part of loving yourself is my last piece of info for today. As you go through this journey of studying for your board exams, don't look for a rescuer. Don't look for a rescuer. Anong ibig sabihin nun? Ibig sabihin nun ay, don't look at anybody. Don't look at a course. Don't look at me to save you from these board exams. Or, pwede kasing meron kang ganong thinking hintayin ko na lang na mag-start itong review ni ganito. Or hintayin ko na lang na, alam mo yun, na makuha ko tong reviewer na to. Don't look for things or someone or people to rescue you in your journey, in this journey. Because when you find your rescuer, you will find somebody who will oppress you. You will find somebody who can disappoint you. You will find somebody who can fail you. So, don't look to anybody. Don't look at anything to rescue you from this journey that you're in. If there is a rescuer in this life, in this earth, it's Jesus. And he already did what he had to do. So don't look for a rescuer in anybody else. Don't look for a rescuer in me. Dahil, tingnan lang natin si Doc says, kung anong gagawin niya. No. What if next week, tama rin ako? Well, I'm gonna do my part. I told you that. But still, you don't know. If I hadn't started this yesterday, I don't think I will ever start this. But then I had to bring it. Anyway, I had to do this. So, don't look for a rescuer. Because if you do, you will find your oppressor. You'll find somebody who can disappoint you. You'll find somebody who can fail you. And then you'd end up with nothing. Okay? So, that's it for today. That is deep diving into prepping for boards. It is renewing your mind by taking care of by acknowledging your fears. Acknowledging your fears and crushing them with your I believe statements. Deep diving into knowing yourself. So that's the second one, deep diving into knowing yourself by, establishing ano ba talaga yung goal mo. And then when you establish your goal, you determine what are your non-negotiable things and what are the things that you can sacrifice. And then set your affairs in order. Set your affairs in order. Do your best when you're reviewing. do whatever technique that would help you study. And yun yung, like a pro tip. My pro tip in, taking the board exams, please lang wag niyo na isulat yung mga bagay na alam niyo na. Kasi nga, alam niyo na siya. Don't waste time doing that. Okay? And then, lastly is love yourself. So that's the fourth one. Love yourself. Love yourself. Okay? So, syempre hindi mawawala ang assignment. Actually, may kulang nga ako na nasulat dito. 1, complete your assignment number 1. And then, yung mga questions ko, like, what's your fear? And what are the non-negotiable things? And what are the things that you can sacrifice? Isama nyo sa assignment. I want to know, what are your fears? Ano ba yung kinakaharap ninyo? Ano ba yung mga negotiable things sa buhay nyo? Ano ba yung mga non-negotiable things? If you would trust us enough, everybody in the group, then you can share those things. It is not meant, it's not meant to be jealous of one another, or, it's not meant for that. But it's meant for me to know how to pray for you. And it is meant for others to, pray for you as well. And give comments, na parang, comments in love. Okay? So, yun. Complete your assignment number 1. And assignment number 2 is this. And then this week, start studying. I don't have a date yet when I can go live next, but I'll be dropping by probably like within the week. I'll be dropping by, say hi and drop some stuff, whatever, kung ano man ang meron. And then I will also start studying. Sinabi ko naman sa inyo, di ba? I play it by the ear. So when you start studying this week, I will start studying, so I can give you something by maybe ganito then, like towards the end of the week, where I can be more flexible and I have more time. Okay? So, that's it for today. And if you would notice, just as housekeeping. So, in the Facebook group, there are units. In the unit section, mapapansin nyo dun, kung merong entry, di ba? At the bottom of it, merong done. If you did that assignment, if you watched that video, then tick done. Because that's, that way you can see your progress. And me as an admin can see your progress. So I would know who has watched this, who has, downloaded this, or who has done their assignments. So don't forget to do that. Units, check your progress once you do them. Okay? So have a great day, guys. And I'll see you again sometime this week. Okay, so start studying. Please start studying. You do it for yourself. I'm going to be studying, well, not for myself, but yeah. So give me a reason, please, to study with you guys. Para naman magkaroon ng sense yung mga lahat ng to. Okay? Right? So, till the next. Bye, guys.